Hi guys, my name is Cynthia and we are going to be doing this onion bed. I'm measuring down my hardware cloth and I did put some cardboard down, and the reason why I did that is because there's still grass under there, and also because the bed is so shallow that grass can creep at any time, and it probably is going to be an issue ongoing. You can see here that I'm just trying to find the placement of how I want my bed to look, and digging out any corners so that it's not like too high on one side or uneven. Or anyway, needless to say, it still wasn't perfect, but I'm using the Black Cow raised bed mix, and then I threw a little bit of potting soil from my container back there, and you'll see that I'm just like, I think I added a total of 4 bags, and then I added a bag of potting mix just so that I can have a lofty, airy, soil. I did add some cow manure by Black Cow. Hi guys, Cynthia here, and today we are planting in the onions. You saw me prepare the bed. This bed is a 2x6 bed. I'm going to be planting my onions about 4 inches apart. I want to talk about what I'm doing here. I'm putting some, I already started with cow manure by Black Cow. You already saw that part. I also added some potting mix. And I kind of mix it in with the raised bed mix because potting mix is very, very fluffy, and onions want to have kind of room to bulb up. They need to expand, so they need to have nice and like beautiful fluffy soil, which is why I put in a bag of potting mix, because the potting mix has perlite and it kind of gives it some more aeration. I'm going to add a little bit of worm castings. So you see a ton of different fertilizers that I'm going to use. I'm obviously going to use the Biotone starter fertilizer inside every hole, just so that it helps with the root development. You also want to make sure that you look at, there's like 3 numbers that are on every single bag of fertilizer or bottle fertilizer. It's going to be NPK, that's nitrogen, phosphorus, and calcium. Anything that has green leafy growth, or that you want to have more green leafy growth, you want to make sure you have lots of nitrogen. Blood meal has 1200, which means that it's going to have lots and lots of nitrogen. So this is really good for onions. Onions, the more leafy growth it has, the more rings the onion has. So I always put lots and lots of nitrogen in my onion beds. Alrighty, that's probably pretty good. Yeah. I'm also going to use a little bit of garden tone, and this has 344. You want to have a well-rounded amount of fertilizer, and what I love about Espoma is that it's a natural fertilizer, so it's just going to release nice and slow into the soil. You're not going to burn any of your... I just stopped my sentence mid-sentence. Any of the roots. That's good. And then I'm going to add some plant tone. I just really like adding plant tone. This is a 533. I add plant tone to everything. I love plant tone, and I will always add it to everything. And then I'm just going to mix this all in, just ever so lightly. And I know it looks like my bed is heaving over. It's got so much soil, but it will drop. All of my beds have dropped. And because this is such a shallow bed, it's only 6 inches tall. This is, I believe these are 1x6s. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that it didn't settle too much. This is a cedar bed, like all my other beds in this garden. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at how gorgeous. You guys, there's nothing better than planting in the garden. I didn't need this because the other one did not run out. I thought it was going to run out. Alrighty, so we're going to do 4 inches apart. Let me grab my hori-hori knife because it has a ruler, and I need to know what 4 inches is. the onions that I am planting today, I have candy, and they kind of look a hot mess because they fell, like literally they all fell out of the holder here. I also have, which one's this one? Yellow sweet Spanish, and I have the sweet white onions. I still have my shallots that I haven't planted yet, and I'm going to put that in a different bed because I just don't think I'm going to have enough room. So the hori is 6 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and measure about 2 inches in from either side. I'm so sorry about the train, guys. So I'm going to go here and see if that's 2 inches in. I'm going to go here. Perfect. And then I'm going to go 4 inches from there. A lot of people do 6 inches. I really don't need onions to be that large. So this way, if I do 4 inches, I can fit 5 across, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And that's the plan. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that all the way through, throw in some biotone, and then we'll get to planting the onions. So this was actually my favorite part, is just making all these little holes. So I believe there were 13 rows and they were 5 holes deep. And you'll see that I also sprinkled a little bit of biotone in each of the holes. I know normally a lot of people say do like 6 inches, but I think 4 is, good enough. I'm not looking for like huge onions. I just want some onions. So I'm just placing them all here. And I did the sweet white and the yellow Spanish onions in this bed. I'm not sure I'm putting my candy yet. Alrighty. Now they're all placed. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to show you what I do when I plant these. Let me sit down and get comfy. You do not want to bury the white part. You want to stay, it needs to stay above. So let's make sure that's in there. Let me just show you what I do. I only put the roots in just like that. I don't pack it tight. I don't do anything. Again, let me show you again. Just like that. Now, some of them are going to fall over. It's going to happen, but they will eventually find the light and grow upwards. Uh-oh. The neck is broken on this one. Can't have that. So I just toss that one. I'm going to grab another one. There we go. Just like that. It's gotten dark and cold, guys. Ooh. Now, these aren't my best onions this year for some reason. The roots are kind of flimsy, but it is what it is. There we go. Then you just keep on going. So this was very tedious, and it always is, but I truly love to plant. These are probably my favorite thing to plant, only because you know what the outcome is going to be, and it kind of makes you feel like you did something, at the end of the growing season with these onions once they bulb up. All right, let's do the last 2 rows together. You want to ensure that you do not plant it too deep and do not pack it too tight. There we go. It's probably my favorite crop to plant because I just know what it's going to do. It's going to get large, and it just makes you feel like you're a great gardener. There we go. All right, guys, so all of the onions are planted. Here's the straw that I use. I get this from Epic Gardening. I think they also sell it on Amazon. I can link it for you guys, not a problem. I am literally almost out, but I use so much of this, you have no idea, like a lot. I do thick layers on just about everything. All of my potted plants on my deck have it. So I'm going to put a generous amount around each and every single one of them. My goodness, they are drag racing today, folks. It's just a motorcycle. This is my favorite mulching method. I used to use, what's that called? Wood chips, and it was just too heavy for some of my plants. I'm definitely going to link this below for you guys because I love it so much. I just got a new bag and I'm telling you it lasts a very long time, and I put it on everything. This was also very tedious. I pulled some of my onions out. As you can see, I'm just like putting a new one in because when I was putting the straw around it, I by mistake put in there. Oh, and of course I'm watering. That is it. It doesn't look like very much, and right now they're all kind of laying flat, but I promise you they will eventually perk up and bulb up and be delicious. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you didn't get it done today, there is always tomorrow.